Hi everyone, my name is Harshal and today I'm going to cover symmetrical triangle breakout pattern. So now here if you see I'm on this website tradingview.com and this is a daily chart of Praj Industries. So now the reason I had picked up Praj is because I had already given this view on my Twitter account. So that's why I've picked up this stock. I will also show you a couple of other stocks wherein we can try to plot the pattern. So now let me quickly start. First, we are supposed to check for any area which looks like a triangle. So before I proceed, we have three types of triangular pattern. One is ascending symmetrical triangle, the other is descending symmetrical, and the third one is symmetrical triangle. So now in this case, I'm talking only and only about symmetrical triangle pattern. So now, to help you all understand, I'm going to draw a horizontal ray. So we are supposed to check for any of the probable recent highs, right? So now, if I focus on this area, I have this high, I have this high, and then I have this high, and then I have this high. So I would call it as higher, lower highs, right? So if I draw a trend line, so it would be like this, right? So now let me draw a arrow. So if you see, I'm talking about this high, talking about this high, and the other one is about this one, right? So it was trading in a range and it was following this trend line. Again, the same way I'm supposed to draw this low one, the other low is somewhere around here, and then this is the third low. So it was within a range. Now if you see in the left hand side, if I see here, so this is not a valid because I'm supposed to check for lower highs. For in this case it would be higher high, which is not valid in terms of this pattern, right? So I'm going to get rid of this. So now if you see lower highs and then one, two, three, which is higher lows. So if I try to connect all these lows, then if you see here, right, and then if I try to draw the arrow over here, this was the first, this was the second, and third would always follow this trend line, which would be somewhere around here, right? So if you see, this is a symmetrical triangle breakout, this is a symmetrical triangle, and the reason I'm calling it as breakout because this is the level wherein we are supposed to go long. The moment it give a close or the moment it goes above this level, which was somewhere around 113, 114, was the level to go long. And if you ask me about the stop loss, so the recent stop loss would be the low of this candle. The low of this candle would be your stop loss, which is somewhere around 103, and the breakout level was 113, 114, somewhere around. So now, if I supposed to draw a target, so from this low till this high, so I'm going to check for the width of this low and this high, and just plot it over here. And now if you see from here, so I'm getting a target of somewhere around 155. So that is the target for this. So if you see, there was a risk of almost 10 points of risk, and from 113 to 153 it was almost 40 points of profit. So it was like, in terms of risk reward, it was 1:4, which is a very good risk reward ratio, right? So again, to plot a pattern, we are supposed to check for the highs and the lows. We are supposed to see whether it is following this pattern. The moment it gives a breakout above this level, we are supposed to go long, right? The moment if it is giving a close above this, again it is a vice versa, you can initiate a short, but in this case it was a long, right? So if you see from 114 it went on till 155, it made a high of 164, and then but it did not give a close above 156. So that was the target, it was achieved. If you see, it came down from that level, and almost it was a kind of retracement. So in terms of technical, we normally call it as a retracement. So at retracement level also, you are supposed to go long. You can always take a trade at retracement level also. Again, the stop loss would be same. And now here, if you see, at somewhere around 110, it was the level again to go long. And if I go, and if you see, the target was hit on the second time. So if you see, this was the symmetrical triangle. The breakout is somewhere around here. the target is calculated based on the width of this high and low, and the stop loss would be the first low of this candle, which was following the trend line, right? So this was Praj Industry breakout, target done, retracement again to the same level, and again there was a target, right? Now, in recent times, I had given trade on DLF, and again it is following the same pattern, which is just symmetrical triangle breakout. So now here, if you see, there was this which I had posted on Twitter. Again, higher this high. I have connected this highs. I've connected this lows. It gave a breakout. It went on till here 160 somewhere around, and then again gave, and it was almost a kind of retracement. Now it is again back to the same level. So this is calculated based on this, right? So this is your projected target. You're supposed to put it over here from this breakout. That would be your target, which is somewhere around 190 level. And if you see on the left hand side, there's also a gap which is supposed to be filled. So I'm expecting DLF to touch 191. Right now it is somewhere around 160, 161. It gave a breakout and again a kind of retracement, and now it is going back. There was another trade which I had given, which was Adani Enterprises. So again, it is following the same pattern. If you see, it was following this triangle. It gave a breakout, a retracement, and now again I'm expecting Adani to touch 190 level, right? In this case, I guess I've already given a stop loss also on Twitter. I need to check, but again, you're supposed to follow the same. This is a triangle breakout. You can take a trade once it gives a breakout from this level. The target would be the same. Retracement target would be the same. There was one trade again, same which I had given on Twitter. Tech Mahindra. So if you see, I had bought somewhere around here 520 level. 500 was the stop loss, which was the low of this candle, and then it gave a breakout. If you look at my targets, I had given three target. One was 600, 630, and 660. So 600, it went on till 605, and then there was a profit booking. So now it is at the retracement level, and now I'm expecting this stock to go somewhere around 660. So again, I have calculated the target based on this the width of this high and low, right? So this is the target. So this is the way we are supposed to plot target. We are supposed to plot the stop loss and this chart, right? So yes, I'm done from my side. This was symmetrical triangle breakout. We have ascending triangle, we have descending triangle, but this is somewhere when I would say that it follows the trend line from there's something called as Dow theory. If you Google in Dow theory, they normally focus on the lower highs, which is the one which I had explained in terms of Praj, the lower highs and the higher lows, and then the moment it gives you a breakout, you're supposed to go long, right? So that's it, friends, from my side. In case if you have any doubts, any queries, you can put in the comment section. Thank you so much.